Strumming my pain. Hello. You know what? Maybe I could look at it like this. I'm going to look at it through YouTube over here. Let me see. So this is going to be a super chat. I hope, can you hear me good? Whoever's tuned in. I have I'm using my microphone today, so it should be. We're going to do a super chat. I promise I will do a regular live soon. But for now, we're going to do a super chat. And I put it so you guys can see the cards. You guys can see my hands and everything. But first things first, welcome back to Rafael's Insights. Bienvenidos todos a Rafael's Insights. Es un placer. You guys already know. We always harmonize the energies before we get started. Me echo yo también porque luego las malas energías, las envidias nos quieren atacar, ¿eh? So, nos protegemos un poco. Así detrásito también. Y enfrentecito. Para ustedes. For you guys. We're going to get started with this live. Whoa, I'll probably hold off. I'll probably hold off and wait and see if more people are going to tune in. I know it's a little slow. I think the notifications with what is it called? YouTube are not necessarily like they used to be. So it's a little slow. So let me just share this video. How do I share this? I'll share. Share on Twitter. It should be this one. Yeah. Oh my God, they want me to put my date of birth on X. Oh, hell no. Is it making me create one? I always have trouble signing into this stupid thing. I think it's making me create one. No, dork. Sign in. Okay, I think we're good now. So let's click this again. I always have to promote myself. Just watch your Brittany reading. It was really more of like a reading for not necessarily the book, more about what's being said and what I see. And the reason I went back to the relationship from their past was because since there's been so many stuff that's being like posted on like so much stuff that's getting posted on TikTok and YouTube and all this stuff about their relationship in the past, I decided to talk about what I saw because before it wasn't like I was always this good at with my gifts, and it wasn't like I was this person like I am today that you guys see here before you. It's not like I was always like this. So from what I saw when I was younger to what I see now is a big difference, and I decided to talk about what I was seeing in terms of when they would present themselves in presentations and what I was seeing in terms of that. That's why I said that I see that he was eating her energy. He was eating her energy. It's like he dimmed her out when they were dating, even though they would do these couple things and they would show up to events with as a couple. I was seeing that he was dimming out her energy. He was dimming out her light, and just like Jada to Will Smith dimmed out his light, he was dimming out Britney's light. Yes, you guys can ask questions. This is a super chat though. It's a super chat. I'm only answering those who participate for the super chat. Minimum $4.99 or $5. And what it is you send your message, and once you do the super chat, you send your message with the super chat, full name, date of birth, and your question all in one. and I only answer those who participate on the super chat. This is not like TikTok where I just do free. This is not necessarily free. I promise I will do just an Ask Raphael's Insights soon, but for right now, I wanted to do this. I think the pizza's here. What's up? Okay. Me está dando calor. We're only doing super chat today. I talked about that in the me dio calor. I'm gonna turn on the AC real quick. It's because since the candles are on in here. The siempre me da este calor because of the candles. Because the candles, since it's on, the candles it gets hot. No, I'm not seeing no super chats. Is it not on? Is the super chat not on? Let me see. It is on. So you got to go to super chat. You send your message with the super chat. It's minimum $4.99. But Brenda, you need to send your question with it. Your full name, date of birth. Rogelio Villela says, will the person, I'm looking at my laptop, that's why I'm looking over here. Rogelio Villela says, will the person I have feelings for ever reach out to me? Le pregunto al tarot si la persona que Rogelio Villela tiene sentimientos para va a hablar con él. I don't know how to word that. I would require the person's name. But I'm gonna see what the cards say. I'm gonna ask this the way you wrote it. Will the person that Rogelio Villela has feelings for ever reach out to him? It looks like the card of the Six of Pentacles does say that they will. I mean, in terms of an actual relationship for me, or something going on in terms of an actual relationship, I see friendship. I see maybe like talking to each other, but not like dating, not like an actual relationship in terms of anything serious. I see more of like hanging out like friends or communicating like friends. A little bit of flirting, but not necessarily going anywhere. So in terms of your question, yes, I do see them reaching out or talking to you, but not necessarily in the way that you want. Brenda Romero, I don't see your question. Same thing with you, Daisy. Daisy and Anna R, I need you guys to put your full name, date of birth in your question. Oh, and by the way, I did open the private readings. They're currently open. You go to the link in any one of my videos that has a link. Click the link to the Calendly or to the Book Now with me, and you'll be able to book a reading for November there. Because I'm already booked for October, so November is the month that I opened. No me sale nothing. Is it not working, you guys? Because not getting responses. I see you guys, pero no me está saliendo preguntas. Y acuérdense que esto también yo hablo en español. No se les olvide que yo hablo español también y también pueden participar los que hablan en español. Va a ser mínimo $4.99, $5 para hacer su pregunta en este super chat. Ah, no. Se me está como un poco strange. A ver. Daisy Ibarra, I see yours. Daisy Ibarra says, "Will me and Sabrina Vargas get back together?" Okay. Okay, let's see. And you guys can ask anything. There's still a chance. There is still a chance in terms of getting back together, but I also see that one of you is very stubborn. There's still a chance, but it doesn't seem to be anything serious. There seems to be a lot of stubbornness in terms of one is waiting for the other to reach out, or in terms of one is being hesitant in terms of wanting to reach out. But I do see that one of you is constantly thinking of the other. But I'm not necessarily seeing a relationship in terms of getting back together. Look, the card of the devil comes out. The card of the devil marca brujería. Or bad juju, mira. ¿Ya ves? It marks it very negative. There's definitely a lot of negative energy here. And in terms of it becoming a relationship again, very difficult. Very difficult. Not impossible, because there's still a chance, but it's very difficult for you guys to come back together. Sorry, first time I do a super chat. My nephew Miguel Angel Romero gets seizures and they just suddenly came on. Is there something we can do? Let me see what's going on with your nephew. 20. He's very little. If he's from 2022, then he's very little. Let me look at your nephew real quick. Le pregunto al tarot, ¿qué está pasando con Miguel Ángel Romero? Ya le marca la carta de la magia. Lo que también dice como que andan rezando mucho. No nomás es magia en cuestiones de brujería. Aquí marca ayuda espiritual. Entonces, in terms of your nephew, what I would recommend is he definitely you need to find somebody who knows a little bit about healing. Knows a little bit about healing, knows a little bit about spiritual healing, not Reiki. Reiki is not the same thing as to what I'm talking about. There's Reiki, and then there's something else that's above and beyond. Anybody can do pretty much Reiki, but there's certain people who can do more than just Reiki. So you need to find someone spiritual in terms of a gift. Now, what I would recommend is I would definitely recommend cleanses. I would definitely recommend cleanses and lots of prayer. Prendenle una veladora blanca. So cleanse him with an egg and then pass a white candle over his body, or una veladora de salud y sanación, praying for him to recover from that, for it to go away. Lots of prayer. Una cadena de oración. Those are the things that you can do. Or cleansing him as well. But in terms of what I would recommend is cleansing him y pasarle una veladora de salud y sanación, or de healing, or una veladora del ángel de la guardia, the guardian angel. But that's not coming out as brujería. In terms of your nephew. Pero in terms of your nephew, también como que lo veo que nació un poco débil. And I'm not gonna lie to you, también lo veo que se golpeó la cabeza. So that's what I would recommend for your nephew. Yes, he's 1 year. Yeah, I know, because he caught me off guard that he was 1 year old. Um, what, where would you toss it? Wrap it in foil and dispose of it distant from your home, 3 blocks minimum. You don't need to crack it. Ana Rosales, what do you want to know about love? What do you want to know about love? Llegó la pizza y yo me metí a hacer el en vivo. And I told them, I'm going to do this live real quick. You guys, for everybody else who's just watching, this is going to be just a super chat. Also, only those who participate, I'll answer them. Oh, Anna R. Is my relation? That's a better question. So love life is too in general. That I would just basically tell you more stability, bad juju, more so like that. But in terms of more, like, is your relationship moving forward? That's a better question. So let's do that. Yadira Hernandez says, I got skipped. Oh, it's because I was looking for Daisy. Don't worry, Yadira. There's not a lot of people participating, so you're not going to get skips. Let me just do that one. Ana Rosales' relationship going to move forward. A ver. Ahí le salió la carta del 6 de oros y el sol. In terms of your relationship, dice como que the political family está también metidos. Is it going to move forward? It does look like it is going to move forward. It does look like it's going to move forward, but this relationship already comes out with a lot of tensions. There's also and you also come out over here with the card of the 8 of Swords and the card of the World. Como que you think a lot about the past. Ay, te salió el diablo. The past in terms of like como de un trauma, not necessarily of like just the past in general, como de un trauma. But in terms of your relationship, I do see it moving forward. I do see it moving forward, no más que marca complicated in terms of the political family, marca como mucho mal from the political family. Amen, amen, amen. I'm not going to be on here for that long, okay? So thank you so much for everybody who's participating. Thank you so much for everybody who's watching me. And it's always a pleasure. Let me just look. You know what? Se me olvidó that to share this to one more thing, porque como que YouTube ya no me quiere, ya no quiere mandar like avisos. I'll do you right now, Yadira. Okay. No, I'm trying to go to my Facebook. How do I go to my Facebook? ¿Cómo friegas? I feel like every time I'm doing something, like the family, why does it keep going to this? Facebook.com. It's because this doesn't need to be there. ¿Sabes qué? For the person with the baby that's having seizures, pásale un cirio pascual. You're going to get a cirio, take it to a church, have the padre bendecirlo y se lo vas a pasar. You're going to cleanse him with that cirio pascual and you're going to put it on a plate and light it, que se consuma todo. Junto con la veladora de el ángel de la guardia. Y van a rezar pidiendo que se le elimine eso, lo que le está causando los seizures. O que se mejore. Ahorita se me vino a la mente eso. Okay. Let me go back to YouTube. Okay, Yadira, let's go back to you. Yadira Hernandez says, when will my husband get his immigration interview? Have you asked me this before? Le pregunto al tarot, ¿cuándo el esposo de Yadira Hernández, 52293, va a obtener su... Ay, se cayó la carta del 10 de copas. Le pregunto al tarot, ¿cuándo su esposo de Yadira Hernández, 52293, va a obtener su entrevista de inmigración? If I'm not looking up, it's because I'm focused on the cards. Ay, salió una carta. Ok. Ya no tarda en que se la den. Anda desesperado, irá. Ya no tarda en que se la den. In terms of what these cards are saying, it's saying that in the next 6 to 9 weeks, he already gets his interview. Pero como lo que lo estoy viendo muy desesperado, y esta carta, the card the devil in terms of tarot, cuando sale, siempre es brujería o mucha mala energía. Lo estoy viendo como que también le estuvieron atacando in terms of spiritually, mira. Marca mucho ataque espiritual. It marks a lot of spiritual attack here, psychic attack. Mucha envidia. But then over here lo veo como que se está sintiendo muy cansado y anda muy desesperado. Pero it looks like en medio de 6 to 9 weeks ya le dan la interview. ¿Con quién íbamos? Norma. Como que trae una ánima oscura también pegada. Le sería bien una limpia. If you guys don't know, on my Etsy, it was regarding his papers. Amen. Glad to hear you guys got approved. Pero marca como medio de 6 to ¿qué dije? 6 to 9 weeks. He either gets an answer to because of the interview o ya se la dan. What was I saying right now? Que me distraí. If you guys don't know, on my Etsy, I also do egg cleanses. I sell them on there. I don't do them like my private client ones that I do, but they're really good. They're really good. Any sort of cleanse that you get by me is always going to be very powerful, and that's just because of the gifts that I have. Anything that I do in terms of moving energy siempre va a ser bien fuerte porque the energy that I have está muy fuerte. Okay. Norma Rodriguez says general 9/19/1986. Mira, te vas de viaje. It says you're going to be traveling. Look, the card of the 8 of Wands says that there's either a trip you're going to be invited on or you're going to be traveling. In terms of the card of the Page of Pentacles, también te viene money or good news or news que estás esperando. También te dice to watch out for como por conflicts. Y que no vayas a estar como que alguien te va a pedir prestado también. Somebody's gonna ask you to borrow money. Pero te viene money, mira, viene money, un money que estás esperando or extra money te viene. I know sometimes I speak Spanglish and I expect everybody to understand me. Sorry, it's just a habit. In terms of that too, um, in terms of that too, también it could be the news that's gonna be arriving for your dad. Porque or for the person you just asked me about, porque marca que a male figure va a estar recibiendo news. This one I got it from Etsy. It was expensive though. This one was like almost $200. Pero me gustó because the nicer. So this is the thing. The nicer, the more bougie looking that you get your Cruz de Caravaca, it'll hold more energy and it'll work better. Por eso la agarré like this. This one was worth getting like that. No más it was like a random thing that I just spent on. Okay, you guys. I'm gonna finish up because they're calling me to go eat. If this is your last chance to send your super chat for me to answer you. If not, ya no voy a estar recibiendo because I need to go eat. Norma Rodriguez says, "Do you see my marriage getting restored with Leo?" Did I do Norma or did I do Yadira's general? Ya me confundí. Oh, that was for Norma. Norma, you're the one that I did. Viaje, extra money, news that you're waiting for. That's what's coming. Watch out for conflicts and don't be lending money porque alguien te va a pedir prestado. I haven't done Yadira. Andas un poco bloqueada, Yadira. Twice. Ya va twice que me confundo con tu energy. Andas un poco bloqueada. You need to cleanse yourself. I haven't done Yadira, right? Yadira Hernandez, 522.93. Mira, también te viene money. Marca unos problems como entre family, como que you're going to be dealing with family matters. Mira, y traes mucha envidia. Te digo, this card here dice como que traes una mala suerte. Una energy que hace que te atores. Mira, marca really complicated la energy. Me marcas con brujería. Aside from envy, te marca con brujería. Viene a large amount of money, pero va a venir con mucho problema. Cleanse yourself, Yadira. A couple months ago isn't enough. How many cleanses did you get, Yadira? Let me see. How many cleanses did you get? ¿Cuántas fueron? Because minimum para que te limpies tienen que hacer minimum 3. And then aside from that, si tienes brujería, tienen que hacer very specific. A couple months ago isn't enough. Yo me limpio every month. Y ahorita actually unos chamanes me están limpiando every like 2 weeks. Entonces, a couple months ago isn't good enough anymore. It was a strong cleanse en velaciones. Te faltó algo. O te volvieron a hacer brujería because te vuelve a marcar. Mira, la carta del sol dice 100% sí. Te faltó algo, te volvieron a trabajar porque todavía se te está viendo. Cleanse yourself with an egg. Get an egg cleanse. Get an egg, right? Le echas tu perfume, Florida water, Siete Machos, holy water. Hold it for about 3 to 5 minutes. Cover it and pray into it. After those 3 to 5 minutes, right? Cover it and pray into it. I ask my angels, my guardians, my guides to destroy all hexes, curses, voodoo, hoodoo, whatever you want to pray about. After you prayed into it, cleanse yourself from your head to the bottom of your feet. In a cup of water, I do want you to crack it because this is how you're going to know if you removed it or not. In a cup of water, right, clear glass, full cup of water, 2 fingers empty from the top, 3 fingers empty from the top, right? You're going to put sea salt, has to be sea salt. Sea salt, and then after you cleanse yourself from your head to the bottom of your feet, you crack the egg, and you're going to look at it from the side, not the top, the side, and you're going to see if it's doing anything. If it did anything strange, bubbles, spikes, figures, whatever it did, or lots of like where it looks like spider webs, it removed a lot of negative energy. If it didn't do anything, 3 days later you'll do it again, or next week you'll do it again. It has to be 3 days apart or 1 week apart, 7 days apart, and then you flush it down the toilet, and that's how you know you're getting rid of whatever this is. Porque me bloquearon twice with you, so te volvieron a trabajar. Or te falta algo, pero yo creo que te volvieron a trabajar, because in the way that they put it, it wasn't like como que traías una brujería muy fuerte. Okay. Norma Rodriguez says, "Do you see my marriage getting restored with Leo Rodriguez?" Let's check it out. And the question, vamos a hacerla así como hago mis readings. Is Norma Rodriguez's marriage going to be restored with Leo Rodriguez? Marca reconciliation, but let me see what comes out. Pleitos, arguments, repetitive cycles. It tells you to focus on yourself también. Salió really positive. It says that it is, but then shortly after you guys continue having problems, and it marks that person distancing themselves again. Como que you guys need como ayuda, like therapy. Look, the card of the Four of Wands is like a treatment. It's like a therapy que se ocupa in order for things to get better. Pero it does look like you are, pero como que siguen problems after. Como un momento estable. They keep doing witchcraft. Ajá. Pero si te dije que they were doing witchcraft on that person, te van a estar haciendo brujería a ti también. Ay, Dios mío. Rogelio Villela says, "Can the friendship develop into a dating relationship with America Guardarrama?" Le pregunta al tarot si la amistad con Rogelio Villela y América Guardarrama puede evolucionar para una relación amorosa. Me van a regañar, ya me tengo que ir. Marks are really complicated. Dice que you already know the answer. The card of the Ace of Pentacles, when it comes out, says you already know the answer. Marca really complicated. Very difficult for it to ir aquí está la carta de la friendship también. Very difficult for it to advance. Not impossible, pero complicated es como te lo pongo. Okay, you guys, that's it, right? I didn't miss anybody? How often do I recommend you to get cleanses? If you feel like you're constantly being attacked, once a month. If you feel like you were just feeling very heavy, just that moment until you feel like something's going on again. But if you already know you're constantly being attacked, once a month. Pero ya me voy. Thank you guys so much for everything. I always love doing these lives. It's always a pleasure. I hope you guys have a great night. I was like, wait, night or evening? No, ya es noche. Ya se hizo tarde. Other than that, I'm gonna go eat pizza. It was an absolute pleasure. I hope you guys enjoy these lives. I know that ever since I left YouTube, a lot of people don't really watch me on YouTube anymore, but we'll get them back. We'll get them back because one thing's for certain, I know I'm good at what I do, and I know that what I give you guys is different from other people. So, so I know they'll come back. It's just a matter of time of just being consistent in this and that. But thank you so much for everybody who follows me in all platforms or follows me everywhere. Remember, the private readings are now open. You can book them on the link in the description that I'm going to leave right now that I post this video. And follow me on all my social medias. If you guys don't know, on Instagram, I post daily horoscopes. And I try to do them one day before. So on Instagram, I do daily horoscopes. So if you guys have Instagram, follow me on Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, then just follow me wherever you can, and I'll try to post I try to post similar stuff on all platforms, if not a little bit different. Yeah, that's the thing, is when you're constantly being attacked spiritually, cleansing yourself is expensive. If the person knows how to do those works, it's cheap for us to just do the works and chingar a una person. Pero to get rid of that, it's expensive. It's not, and then everybody charges their different prices. There's people who charge a lot, but you do have to watch out, because I've had people tell me, "Oh, I paid $10,000 for this cleanse for the first work," and then he asked me for another 10,000, and I'm like, "Okay, well, I don't know what they did to you, pero you could have gotten a lot of works done with me with that money." With that money, pero and then they'll be like, "Oh, but like whatever you did is like working better for me and this and that." Pero cleanse yourself. If you know you're constantly being attacked, cleanse yourself either every 15 days or cleanse yourself at least once a month, so you can avoid it. There's nothing wrong with you cleansing yourself. Ya me voy, los quiero mucho y los veo para la próxima. Bye bye.